Hello all. So this is a video on how to complete one of the graphs that is set for you for this task. This is outlining cases and deaths of Ebola in Africa around the 2014 year. Um, so yeah, this tutorial's sort of, if you don't know how to use Excel or you have struggled in the past and can't remember, not many people use it that often, this is a way to construct simple graphs to show us what we can see out of the data. So there's a couple of things you'll need. You'll need firstly the website open that you will go to. So this is the website here with a map. You can see it's an interactive map. It will be on your screen, and you can flip up here, and the things that we're going to be using off this map are the deaths and the cases in each of the months and the dates down the bottom here. So you can flick through these easily by just hitting the cross arrows, theoretically. There we go. If you hover your mouse over these and just hit the cross arrows on your keyboard, you can flick through a lot easier that way. So what I'd suggest is to have this open and have the Excel spreadsheet template open that I have given to you, or your teacher has given to you, and that way you can just flick between the two. The way you can do that is you hold Command and hit Tab, which will bring up these menus. So I'm just holding Command down and just flicking between things. If I flick to Excel now, and it'll bring up Excel, of course, but now what I can do is just hold Command, hit Tab once, and it'll flick between them as I do that. So now I can just quickly access each thing. The other way you could do it, I suppose, is to put one on, put one of either the spreadsheet on a different desktop. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sure someone can show you how to do that. So you can flick between the two easily. Alright, so what you'll get is something very similar to this, if not exactly the same, where you've got filled in for you the months, so you don't have to fill those in, some of the cases, some of the deaths, and you'll have to fill in the rest of the deaths and the cases from the website. So to do that, you're probably best to work in pairs. If you prefer to work on your own, that's fine. Flick between the screens. Sorry. And we'll go to the month that we need. So August 31st is the month that we need. So I'm going to flick along here till I get to August 31st. So up here you can see I've got 3,707 cases. 3,707 cases. And two ways you can do this. You could either do cases first and then do deaths, or you could do both at the same screen. I prefer to just do one, so I just do cases. Switch to the next one, 5339, 5339. Cases again, 7192, 8996 for the next one, 9936, and you get used to this. The more you do it, the easier it gets. 13227, and 2206. Okay, there's my cases done. And now I want to do my deaths. So I'm going to go back to August 31st, where my date is. 1808. So now we're doing the red ones here. 1808. 2585. 3286. 4492. 4899. 5285, 7905. Okay, so there's all my deaths and all my cases. You'll notice I've got my headings up here. The next thing I'm going to do is just turn this into a simple graph. I say simple, there's a couple of steps involved, I suppose, but here's how to do it. So I'll highlight, firstly, I just highlight all of that, clicking and dragging. And then I'm going to go up to charts here. I'm going to choose, I'm not going to choose a line graph because they're not really connected things. They're just instances in time. So I want a column graph instead. And I'm going to do a clustered column top left there. You'll notice here it's, if I expand this out, just click and drag the corner to make it a bit larger so you can see. It's all higgledy-piggledy. And the reason for that is because Excel's thinking that these September 14 is September of 1914 probably. So what we need to do is change that. So I scroll over the bottom here, double click, brings up my menu for this axis, and here it says that horizontal axis type's automatic. I want to make that text and click OK. So automatically you see it's fixed that, and we've got a pretty graph going on here. There's a couple of things we need to do to it. We need to make sure that we've got labels on our graph and it's not just blank, because if I pick this up as an outsider, I wouldn't have a clue what this is trying to say. So I'm going to click on the graph here. I'm going to go up to chart layout in the purple. I'm going to put a title on, chart title. I'll just go above the chart. And I'm just going to title that something that fits. So cases and deaths from Ebola 2014. Okay. Now when I'm reading that, I know what this graph's about. It's about how many people have died and how many people have got the Ebola virus in 2014. Next thing I need to check is just these. So cases and deaths. Look, that's fine for now because it says in the title what this graph's about, so you can pick it up from there. If you wanted to expand these out, you could. You simply just need to right click, select data, and then here you can see we can rename these up here, but I'm happy with them for the time. But they tell us what we need to know. The blue is cases, people have got Ebola, and red is deaths from it. The next thing we need to know is what are these numbers talking about? Is this money? Is it percentages of people? What is this? So we know that this is amounts, solid number amounts. So I'm going to go to chart layout again. I'm going to go to axis titles this time. I'm going to go to vertical axis title and just put a rotated title next to it. I double click in here, a triple click, and highlight that. I'm going to write numbers of people. And the reason I'm writing that as a title, not numbers of deaths, is because I've got two things on the one axis here. So I need something that fits both these things. And so these numbers simply mean the amount of people that either have it or have died. So that fits for both of these cases and deaths. If I had to put number of deaths, it wouldn't fit for cases because these aren't all numbers of deaths. All right, do I need another heading down the bottom here saying months or something? I guess I could, but it's fairly self-explanatory that these are dates. If it was just numbers of 1 through to 10, I'd probably put a title there because I wouldn't know what it is. But these have got dates, so that's fine. They can sit there like that. And there's our graph. What your job is to do is to firstly construct that graph, either using this tutorial or whatever. Once you've got your headings and everything like that, you then need to talk about what that graph is showing, and there's some questions on your sheet to sort of guide that. So if you need any help, please ask your teacher or someone else around you. Hopefully this has shown you how to use a little bit of Excelling and how to crunch some numbers off the internet to see what it can show. All right, thank you.